Hey, hi, hello, ladies. How's it going? How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Me, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. But I only have a short amount of time to make a video today. So I got this kitty cat on my lap that I'm about to let go over here. Mick, it's time to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got to make a video. I didn't turn on any of the big lights. We're just doing this natural light style. This is as organic and natural as you could possibly be. And today, we're going to be talking about Keith Morris of the band Circle Jerks because he just kicked out a loud, mouthy MAGA guy from one of his concerts. So today, we're going to chop it up a little bit about it. But before we do, I'm going to need that like and a subscribe from you. But I'm asking all that without even introducing myself. My name is Dan Frampton, all one word, the O's a zero. I am the internet's most ruthless gatekeeper. But you already know that. And something else that you already know is that political tension is pretty high in the old United States of America. People are flying off left, right, and center. Nobody is really united when really they should be. It should be a thing where it's the rich versus the poor, the Epstein class versus the working folk. You know, that kind of thing. But that's not really the thing that's going on in the fabric of the country or in the fabric of our entire society out here. All the billionaires and all the oligarchs, their trickery is working because the people are not united. The people are fighting against one another when the people really should be coming together against the government, but the government has effectively brainwashed half of the idiots out there in the world, and everybody is now at each other's throat. And I just want to say, if you're one of those idiots out there, it's not your fault. You know, you've been fooled, you've been beguiled, you've been led down the wrong path for so long that it would be hard to unpack all of that and be like, Jesus Christ, everything I learned in life has been a lie, and it's time to address that and act accordingly. Act like a real, compassionate human being for other human beings' experiences out there. But most people seem to be only concerned with their own experience, and that is going to be the same case as the guy I'm going to be talking about today, because the Circle Jerks were playing out there in Las Vegas, Nevada, and somebody in the front row of this concert, big old show, barricade, big space between the barricade and the stage, and Circle Jerks up there playing their music, and a guy in the front row is apparently down there asking for an autograph from Keith Morris while he's singing. He's got his record there. He's like, sign my record, Keith. I got this record. Sign it, please. And Keith is like, you know what? I'm in the middle of singing with my band here on stage in Las Vegas, Nevada. Why are you here in the front row asking for my autograph? There's a time and a place for that. You'll probably see me walking around the venue a little bit later. You might run into me at the merch booth, and I'll happily sign your little record for you. But he wasn't going to sign his record mid-performance. This sent the fan off into a tizzy. The fan started flipping off Keith Morris, started flipping off the band, saying, fuck you this, and da-da-da that, da-da-da this, and then started calling Keith Morris a traitor of the United States of America. That's a pretty big claim, all for the fact that he wasn't signing his record. But the guy got so sour, got so butthurt that he made it about politics, and he didn't even make it about the record. He wasn't like, I'm jealous and sad, why aren't you signing my record? It was like, no, you liberal wokey, you're what's wrong with the world. Up the MAGA. So Keith Morris, as you can imagine, reached his breaking point. He's like, how can you be out here doing this? Show me a little bit of respect. I'm out here with my band, and you're flaunting this record in front of my face, getting me to sign it, and I didn't sign it, so now you're calling me a traitor? Nah, Keith Morris wasn't having any of that. So Keith Morris directed an entire speech at this guy. If there's one thing Keith Morris likes to do is talk. So if you get Keith Morris going, he is going to talk. So this is what he said to that MAGA gentleman, that persistent guy that was out there in the front row being like, sign this thing, and then when he was denied, called him a traitor. Well, this is what Keith Morris had to say. We live in incredibly horrible times right now. I'm going to be 71 in 4 months. Keith Morris, in classic Keith Morris style, starts to kind of ramble a little bit, starts to kind of give away a little bit more information than he needs to be given away. He's just yapping, he's just talking. But that is the nature of a Keith Morris. He's a yapper. He's a talker. If you get him going, he's gonna be shoving words down your throat, bro. The promo continued, quote, "In all my life on planet Earth, living on this continent of North America, I've never seen such a motherfucking shit show. It's a fucking shit barge of fucking politicians. They're the fucking worst. And even you Republicans that think you guys, your people, are doing all of these great things for you, they only want to fuck you in the ass. And I do believe their motto is, the younger, the better." So he's really giving it to this MAGA guy in the front row. He's like, you MAGA people are the most disgusting people out there. And Keith Morris touches on a point there. He's like, the politicians are lying to you to fuck you. They want to keep you down. They are not on your side. Why are you on theirs? It's crazy, man. You're the people. Be on the side with the people. Why are you on the side of the politicians and the oligarchs and the billionaires and the suppressors and the oppressors of the world? It's crazy, dude. People actively taking that stance because they don't want to be lib, because they don't want to be woke. Well, you guys are on the sides of almost literal Nazis at this point, and you're okay with it. Just licking the boots, slobbering them up. Either way, after that first diatribe, Circle Jerks would then kick back into more music, but it wouldn't end there, not by a long shot. After being called a traitor, Keith Morris responded with the following, quote, "I'm a traitor? Oh, no, 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 no. Fuck you. I vote in every election, and I always vote for the least stinkiest piece of shit. So you're not here for my political bullshit. You're here for the music. Do you fucking understand our lyrics? Do you understand what we're singing about? Do you fucking understand that I think fucking Donald Trump is the biggest piece of shit that ever walked upon the fucking earth? Are you fucking Nazis? Are you fascists? Well, here's the deal, gentlemen. You guys, first, I'm not signing your record. Second off, the next time we come to town, stay the fuck home. It's really that simple. Anyway, at this point, the guy was still allowed to be there. It was a freedom of speech thing. Yeah, you're saying your thing. Keith is saying his thing. But apparently, things boiled over into an aggressive, violent manner, and people started to fight in the front row. After this fight broke out, apparently everybody started chanting, fuck you, at this Nazi MAGA guy, and he was escorted away from the venue. And afterwards, Morris stated the following, "You know what? We're all citizens of the United States. That does not mean we have to align ourselves with those motherfucking dipshits. None of them. We have songs with fucking wonderful lyrics. We have songs about all the shit that bothers us. And we hope that it bothers you to the point where you want to do something about it." Beautiful statement, Keith Morris. Absolutely. And all of this is actually over here in this Circle Jerk set on the Timothy Rustling YouTube channel. And this clip that I have pulled up right here takes place a little bit after everything that I said. And this is the moment where that guy's getting kicked out. Roll it. Up he goes. That is the Naziest looking man I've ever seen in my life. There's the fuck you chant. And there it is, a safe place for everybody. And I don't know if that guy would have inevitably gotten kicked out of that space if it hadn't gotten so violent, if it hadn't escalated all the way. It wasn't like, fuck you fascists, I'll show you what fascism's all about, you're not allowed to be here, no freedom of speech for you. No, there was a dialogue, there was a back and forth, and Keith Morris was not afraid to let his stance known. And he just couldn't believe, he was almost incredulous of the fact that there was somebody with a MAGA mindset in the front row of his show, being like, do you know what band I'm in? This band has been around since the beginning of the 80s, dude. And we've been singing about the same sort of stuff that's been pissing us off, that's been ruffling our feathers ever since back then. And it's all the same sort of shit. So how are you in the front row of a band that's singing about that stuff with a record full of those themes, asking for it to be signed, and then you're gonna call him a traitor after he didn't sign it for you? Come on, bro. That makes you sound so petty, so stupid, so childish and immature. Good God. You didn't sign my record, fascist, traitor. Come on, dude, what? Dude, and if you're still afflicted with the sickness of MAGA, there's probably only one of two things wrong with you. A, you're just dumb and you haven't been educated, and that can be fixed. Or two, you're brainwashed and there's really no coming back for you. There's a reason why people call MAGA, and even the whole Republican Party at this point, a death cult. They don't care about you, they don't care about the resources, they don't care about people, they're only interested in making themselves richer. And if that makes us all poorer, well, that doesn't even matter to them because we're not even people in their minds. Why can't the people just stand with the people and be like, it's us people versus the rich people? There's more of us than there are of them. If only the brainwashed and the idiots would just like scrub their eyes a little bit and be like, oh my God, I've been so fucked for so long. And it doesn't even matter how far right or how far left you are. It has to do with the mega rich, the 0.000.1% versus everybody else. Even if you have a couple $100,000 in the bank, even if you have a couple $1 million in the bank at this point in time, you're one of the people and you should be fighting with the people. Instead, you're bootlicking for Donald Trump, who's been raping you for years. If you're okay with that, that's fine. That's some serious Stockholm Syndrome type shit if I've ever seen it. But there came a point during that set, during that live performance, when it was a matter of safety. You know, it's no longer about free speech. It's no longer about what side you're on. Now there's a fight breaking out, and now it's time for security to do their job and take away the aggressor. And everybody in that venue, according to the video that I was just watching, agreed with that and wanted that to happen. Kicking this guy out was not an act of fascism. This wasn't fighting fascism with fascism. This started as a dialogue. This started as a guy talking to another guy about their opinions, but it escalated to a violent nature, which it always does these days, it seems like. And the officials and the authority had to get involved to remove the gentleman. I'm using the term gentleman very loosely here. This guy was not gentle in the slightest. But either way, it's great to see Keith Morris still out there doing that. He hasn't changed in decades and decades. The circle jerk's still kicking ass. Not a whole lot of energy in that venue. The guys are in their 70s or whatever, but the room is packed. The music is bumping, the people are loving it, and they've been going for almost 50 years now. I love to be seeing it. Still talking shit and not taking any nonsense. Keith Morris, you're the man, dude. And speaking of former Black Flag members, in tomorrow's video, I gotta talk about Henry Rollins again, it seems like. And also, Finn McKenty's been up to some silliness that I need to make fun of, so hit like, press that bell to get notified when all these new videos hit the timeline. You're gonna wanna be there for them. And speaking of videos you want to watch, you're going to want to click the one that's on screen right now. Okay, goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.